Okay, welcome to it. This is the Dedjzcorner. I'm here with the great. Should I call you by your full name?
No,
Okay.
no.
You don't want that. You don't want them to
Ay,
know.
next thing la phase bang Google.
Actually, you don't want people to know what you're about. Ne? Why are you hiding?
I'm not hiding.
You are hiding.
I really am an open book, literally.
No, you used to be an open book.
Always been. Just because I don't sing no more. I'm
Yeah,
hiding
like.
behind the beats now.
And you just gave us a fire set here.
Thank you. Thank you so
But
much.
just introduce yourself to the people who don't know you.
Okay. The people who don't know me, my name is...
Okay.
Okay, so my name is Motsatsing, but I go by DJ Mofire. And in the art space, in the film space, I go by Mo Ntamai.
Ish. You hear that, though?
Yeah.
So, I just want to find out, like I asked you before this, I miss the music scene. Like the singing part of all the things that we can miss as South Africa. Like, yeah, man. Why? What happened? Why you stop singing?
Yeah, okay. It's a tough one and it's a sore one, actually.
Yeah, we are all sad. We want you back.
It's quite a triggering one because, music is my first love. Singing is my first love, although I don't sing anymore. But the industry is not easy. You know, it's not easy. It became too much. And I do live music. So
Yes,
it's not a matter of getting a beat and jumping on stage and singing, you know. There's a whole band. There's, backline. There's rehearsal space. There's, if you are a singer, if you're a lead of the band, and also the mother of the band, and also the manager of the band, and the logistics manager of the band, and the financial manager of the band, and the creative director of the band, and everything. It just became a bit too much.
Okay.
And I came across DJing and I thought, hey, I get to do what I love with much less effort. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing because it's in the music scene, you know. But like for me, like how I met you and how I know you, it's been because of the mic and the live music.
Yeah.
And when Newtown was still Newtown, the crazy part, I still have your images.
Really?
Yeah, I think 2011.
Yeah. Those were really dope. Please share
I
them.
think I have them.
Please
Yeah,
share them.
me, I'm an archiver. Like I'm a serious one.
I remember that gig so well.
Are you serious?
I remember I was wearing an Ankara skirt.
Yeah.
It was made by Nana in Ghana.
Yeah.
I still had the mohawk. I had
Yeah.
a blue shiny top. I remember exactly. I
So
remember that night.
I think I still have that content.
Yeah.
I just have to go through my drives.
Yeah.
I have everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that was the impact, like, we had, because I had friends as well at the time. We were just shooting, documenting the culture of music and arts and everything. But like the moral of what I'm talking about, I feel like you left like a huge impact in that space, that there was so much expectation and you just opened the door and walked away.
No, I don't think that's...
Like it
I don't
feels like
think
that. That's
what
why
happened.
I'm trying to get you to talk about it to a point where we understand as
Okay.
people who know you know you.
Okay.
Because now I know you're doing film, you're doing all these other things, and you've been
It's
doing them.
in
But
Vegas stars. Listen.
yeah,
listen.
please, please, man.
So I truly believe that this thing, singing is a calling. You don't just wake up one day and be like, you know what, I want to go on stage and sing and entertain people. And at the time, I made the mistake of thinking that it was about entertainment and that success meant something. Success meant meant recording albums, putting it out there, outselling those albums, etc. And with time. And when I talk to a lot of people like yourself, and we reminisce and we think back, and I see the impact that I've made in people's lives, the impact that I was making in people's lives then. After a show, people would cry, would come to me.
That's what I'm saying.
And say that they were crying during that. And that's when I realized that my job is done. It wasn't about releasing those albums. It wasn't about selling those albums. It was about those moments and those people that got to experience those moments
At that time.
and those lives that I got to touch and people's lives that I got to change.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'll never do it again, but I think that because of that, I think that was successful enough. The fact that I was able to touch people's lives. I even didn't know how much of an impact until I come across fellow musicians who, my backup singers, one of my backup singers a few years ago, I went to go watch her performing at the theater.
Yeah.
And she said, you taught me how to write music. I had no idea at the time. I just thought I was doing
dope.
my thing,
That's dope, yeah.
Khanti, the things that I'm talking about, the things that I'm singing about are life-changing, Yeah. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, it's a deep one. But anyway.
Sasa feeling sahlol.
Ish. So, manje, what happened here? What was the intro? Why did you choose DJing?
I wanted to DJ right from the start. I studied music at CJC. I don't know if you're aware.
Yeah.
So I studied music at CJC, and one of the courses was meant to be DJing.
Okay.
The gent who taught me piano,
Oh.
he's also a DJ, Carl Deep. I don't know if you know him. He's a house DJ. He promised to teach us DJing forever.
Since.
Up until Dedjzcorner, but I was still so obsessed with this thing. And I was studying jazz at the time.
Yeah.
And, if you're studying jazz, it's so intense that you're not really allowed to listen to anything besides jazz. You're not allowed to play anything but jazz.
Yeah.
But I would be at jazz school bumping dance hall in my headphones secretly because it's not allowed. But, you just go with the flow and go where it takes you. So this is where it took me.
How are you finding the experience of DJing though? Like, how's the reception?
It's hard if you're trying to make money from it.
Okay.
It's hard if you're trying to make a living from it because, we all know that it takes a lot more than talent to make it in the scene, to make it big. It's about connections. It's about gimmicks.
Yeah.
Because you get a lot of people who don't know how to play, but they're big, they're huge.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention any names.
Tell us. You have an
But
idea.
they're huge,
Tell us. Who huge? Like, who plays nonsense?
I mean, I haven't heard her lately, but Tuli Pongola, is it Tuli Pongola?
Yeah, but Tuli was a stand.
But that's what I'm saying, it takes gimmick. She's making money from it.
Yeah, it started as a
But
start.
she's
She's
making
still
money.
out. She's still out playing.
She's making money from it.
Of course, she's a brand.
Do you understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It's going to be hard.
But it makes sense what you're saying.
Yeah, if you're trying to put bread on the table and make a living from it, and you don't have the right connections.
I thought women are making a killing.
I've had my fair share of making a killing. Now, it was through connection.
Yeah,
It had nothing to do. I would have made the same amount of money even if I was playing shit.
Or like
But I
Tuli.
had the right connection. No offense. Like, no offense. I really, I'm not hating on her.
Yo, Tuli. Tuli is
No. She's gorgeous.
Yeah, Tuli skis, man.
Muhle.
Yeah, but
angazi
you're playing
manje.
shit. I'm kidding.
Angazi manje. Maybe she's
Yeah.
improved,
But,
because you do improve.
I feel like her story was more, it was trying things out, I think she was just branching out into other cool things.
Like a lot of people.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't have a problem if she was playing shit or
I
whatever.
don't have a problem.
But I hear you professionally, in a professional state, that how the industry is, like especially to women, right? But also there's an underlying factor that men been DJing, but they were not getting paid. Instead, they were fed alcohol, like a rider.
I hear you.
And then women came into the space of DJing, and then they're not really demanding a rider. They want to be paid.
They do demand a rider.
They demand a rider at that point, right?
Yeah.
But after that, they still like send invoices. and
I'm
stuff.
patali kanti.
Not really. Like the men get paid,
Ketla
right?
mahane senwaphethe
Right, guys?
yi-payment.
Right, guys?
Ketla mahane siyi-umrholo.
Exactly, right? You know what's the reason why also the gents are saying this is because it's been a norm for a long time. And in the beginning, it was more passion, like being out there. It was like a CV thing, you know, like you played here, you played there, and it was for the love of music, sharing music.
Yeah.
And then men lost the business element of it, but they enjoyed it. They pushed it every day. They would push the songs.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
You know what I think it is?
Tell us. Tell us.
Please don't come for
Tell us.
me.
Tell us more. Tell us more. Tell us more.
Please don't come for me. But women mean business. And the reason we mean business
Nice.
is because we don't have the luxury of not taking care of business.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we
yeah,
are forced to grow.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
men, it's okay to kind of chase a passion.
To relax.
Yeah, and as a kaya, you always welcome home. You know what I mean? You
yeah,
can
yeah.
go fuck around, do your thing, come back home. Uzothola iplate lakho balivalile, balifake emicrowavini.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Whereas women, we don't have that luxury, especially if you've got children. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to feed the babies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And men,
What are you trying to say? Phela I'm a man.
I'm saying mina nenza manifuna.
No, I think
Anenzi ngoba kumele, thina kumele. Mina nenza manifuna, thina
It's a
senza ngoba
want.
kumele.
okay, you guys
That's
you
why
need to
mangifika
break.
mangiphuma
break
endlini
down.
ngiyospana, I have to get paid.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Is it because you have to be paid, or is it because of someone wants to see you being
No,
paid?
you have to get paid.
No, I'm trying to underline the context of is it a must that you have to be paid, or is it because of the expectation from like the pressure? Because like what I'm trying to ask you is, it's like we don't have the pressure to be paid. That's why we can do this anywhere. We can just rock up and play in every event, right?
Yeah.
But you have the pressure because
And it's
you
free
need
for
to
you
go-
to get there.
What do you mean
As a
it's
man.
free?
Look, I mean, I have to do my nails.
That's what I was gonna
I had
get
to
into.
do my hair.
There's a chick I know. they needed to pay this chick because Mela Faginyo.
Yes.
I was like, what? What's that?
When you fucking skip us
Melenyo pa iskipa se la costa nka ilinyo
I understand that.
But I feel like I'm appreciative of women being in this industry.
Yeah.
Because they're challenging the industry, you know, they're challenging people who are booking people, like they're challenging that. But it does this. And another thing, ever since there was women on the deck, DJing started being cool. Like DJing is there, and even if Monga Sheluche to DJ, like Beka King, like yo, DJ. Also, Kazia Mabuzo Mapatini. Now,
Nakhona if
yeah, but now my DJ, like, yabo, guna mapati mara guna le, there's an expectation.
I've never seen it like that. You're so right.
Yeah, there's an expectation, which, oh, this dude was gonna blow up. Yo, this
Yeah.
is playing why he was vying, you know? And also how Black Coffee and them, they've been paving it.
Yeah.
You know, all the cool gents and the successful gents that are doing it, they've been also showing you that it's possible to be a DJ and do those things. But we all know it's not the only business they're doing. But I just like that the way they are packaging it, they are making it easier for us to see. There is life there
Yeah.
that you can enjoy and just play all around and get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel I give credit also to the women coming on board, although they are fighting us.
How so?
Abocheka basifuna John. Abocheka ayikho into right esiyenzayo bayijabulele.
Ikhona.
Like seriously, like I was gonna ask them, but like I don't think abocheka aba DJ ayo they are happy with men. Who are always feel like it's always competition. Like they are here now. You know, it's like this eternal war or
I've never experienced it, but if I was to what
Talk about
what
it,
it
yeah.
could be, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
as a woman, people look at you and assume you can't play.
yeah, undermined.
Yeah, because you're a
Okay.
woman. You're a female
Okay.
DJ. There's this label
Yeah.
of being a female
Yeah,
DJ.
there is dudes that are bad like that.
Most of the
I
time.
want to apologize for that.
Most of the time. Ufika
But you're right,
ematekisini,
yeah.
faka ma USB wakho and you're
Yeah.
prepping to play.
Yeah.
And then suddenly there's like 5 niggas behind you acting like sound engineers.
Ish. And I'm
You know,
like,
busy adlala laphana khona umuntu equalizelayo or like fiddling. There's always
Yeah.
someone fiddling.
but I think it's those guys who are hired in places, and I'm yanking it already.
Yeah. They don't
Because
do that to
Ubangati
guys.
is stupid.
Yeah.
No, but they do.
Sebakugcwalele
That's
manje.
why they do to newcomers.
No, they do it to everyone. If
Okay.
you give them a chance.
Yeah, like uzokuyehlisela
Yeah,
ayenze
so
ngathi uread
bad.
ama-monitor. Uthi wena tech kanti I don't know what I'm doing. I feel you. I think also it's coming from expectation.
Yeah. So
And
I
like alo again, umntana lo.
they assume. So I
Yeah.
think maybe a lot of women approach this whole thing with a defensive,
Yeah.
you know, with a
Mindset,
defensive mindset. Already
Yeah.
singers defend, akungakayenzeki next, you
Okay,
know.
I
I think
feel
maybe
you.
that's where that aggression could possibly be coming from.
Amara bona basifuni sengikhulumile nabo abaningi.
Sakazi,
Yeah,
bathi
like
nenzani?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out. But this is one of the reasons that you're saying that they are really like, I don't know, like DJs that just assume and they don't want to see you shine as
Most
women.
men
Yeah.
think that women can't play.
It's like
They think
it's-
that you got to where you are
Yeah.
because you're pretty or because you
yeah,
are,
yeah, yeah.
you
But
know.
sometimes it's the truth. No. Angina-agenda. Mara sometimes iqiniso ukuthi phela abo DJ abadlala abo bochika mashisa bonke. Why ungadlali laba abanye laba?
Nabo bayadlala, it's just that ababona
Badlale laba
masebafaka i-makeup.
Makudlale
No,
laba.
mangakufaka i-makeup uzoba yishisa same time.
Ah, yes,
Wena
ngicabanga
idlalela i-makeup
makeup.
wena. Wena idlalela i-makeup.
Why laba ngathi itina bangadlali?
Ithi bona labo lamashisa lawo ithi yageza ubuso. La niva slap manje ngigeza ubuso ubone kahle ukuthi ngubani.
But I feel you know, no disrespect.
I'm
But
kidding.
I'm just saying, it does come across like that due to packaging.
Yeah.
I was talking to a friend too, Begahleli on the show,
Yeah.
and we were talking about Uncle Waffles,
Yeah.
and we were talking about those colored chicks,
The twins. Are they twins?
Yeah, I don't know this
Yeah.
story. They are twins,
labo
they are
sis-
sisters.
Yeah,
Or
I see. Labajayiva kakhulu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mina bengithi kuye that time sikhuluma ukuthi labo children laba, I felt like they deserve a platform more than Uncle Waffles because they've been pushing the culture since lockdown.
Yeah.
You understand? And that's how we even knew about them because they were popping about.
They deserve the platform more.
Yeah, I felt like even how South Africa like packaged them to drop them. You know? And the selling part or the selling point of the packaging that we are talking about, go Uncle Waffles as example. Bekashaya itong ajive. Mara it didn't mean ukuthi bekakwazi ukudlala. You can agree with me. Bekakwazi ukudlala or bekakwazi ukudlala.
To be honest, I've never listened to a set Yaga Waffles for me to
Okay.
have an opinion.
Yeah, but that's that.
But it's about entertainment. Is it about
I
mixing
know.
really?
No, yes, mina bengikhuluma ngani?
Yeah.
Ngikhuluma ukuthi about the placement. The topic now it's what you're saying like the placement. And I'm agreeing with sometimes
Yeah.
in the industry, not just as us locals, in the main, in the main stage, we do have such people who are just placed. Of course, they're gonna be better as time goes. Like now, she's dope. She's young, but I'm just underlining what some people, like you were saying, some people get opportunities and they don't even play. Like njengoba ukhuluma ngoThuli. So that's my chat. Ukuthi ama out anokubheka abone abochika abahle abaphethe ama headphones mara bakabi ready for amanye ama platforms.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So I'm
Kanti
actually
Mfunani, is that not what you guys like?
abochika siyabathanda.
Yeah. So
Mara
now.
ukuthi badlala ini mele kucace phela sibhadele ukuza lapha skip imali ishisayo.
Bayabathanda though.
Sathenga amatikiti.
Amatikiti bathengela bona vele.
So it's one of those things I'm underlining that for you as a woman, right?
Yeah.
Do you think you're tapping into like such cloud, like of brand identity. You have to look a certain way. Because for me, all the women that are DJing that I know that are up there, they look the same.
Sure, okay.
What's your take?
They do look the same. There was a situation very recently where I was, I was teaming up with some other female DJs, you know?
Yeah.
And when we spoke identity and image,
Yeah.
it was a big conversation. It was a
Yeah.
big debate, because obviously some of us believe it's about the music and it's about the craft.
Yeah.
And although the others were also agreeing that absolutely, yes, it's about the craft.
Yeah.
But I'm going to use the words that one of the ladies used.
Yeah.
We have to be naked.
Wow.
We have to be naked
Wow.
in order to make it.
Wow, are you even rhyming? It was a naked. But that's the chance in life. You be naked, you make it.
Mina, in terms of looking the same, I would say yes. You have to have the weave. You have to
Okay.
have the face beat, for people to kind of like see the star quality in you. Because unfortunately, media dictates to society
Yes, you're right.
what is a beautiful woman.
Look like supposed to look
Whether
like.
you're DJing or you're not DJing, there's certain standards of beauty that have been placed there. And in order for people to look up to you, you
Yeah.
need to be that perfect, I'm going to say Barbie doll for lack of a better word, but you have to
I
be
feel
that
you.
Barbie doll we're almost crossing over to being white.
It's a serious issue.
Siyableacha, and
Yeah.
we're getting our hair straight.
Yo.
And I don't have anything against
Niba
it.
belungu.
I wear wigs,
Yeah. Mara wena kudala uyi-artifact masa. Like dala out of the box. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I do wear wigs, like colorful ones.
Yeah, you've been colorful. That's what I'm saying.
At that.
You like color, manje ugqoke green.
And ngikhumbulisa amabhutsi wami lana
La, asingeni ngeqathulo.
sikwazena kufakwa iqathulo lana, and I
La.
wish I had known because I had my thigh high boots,
Akashaya amanye
you know what I
amabhutsi.
mean?
Yo.
So like you really messed up with my
With the look, with the industry.
with the look, you know what I mean? Like I was saying, society has kind of like, media has kind of dictated
Yeah.
what is a good-looking woman that people should look up to. And mali, once you get your money right, that's where you kind of want to go in terms of your image. I don't agree. I believe that if you are good enough and if you're able to convince, it's about convincing people at the end of the day. If you convince people enough, Uguti, like, I mean, look at your, Ubani, the Miss Universe.
Yeah.
Uzozi,
Uzosiceda ukushada ne?
who came, yes.
Hey, ngibonile umshado wakhe bomuhle.
Bumuhle, ne?
Bengathi yimi naye. Eh ngibona ama drone engona uzuzu uyathena nane out uyathena.
That's unexpected. That's Miss Universe.
Azozimuhla.
Hayi bo.
Why
You
bamthatha
understand?
iliso?
That time akafaka ngama-weavy, like
Yeah.
kafarar, and
But she set a great example.
and she's killing it. And I really wish, it's sad actually. I wish we would.
Alumchin lawyer board.
I wish we could. We could understand that we can be beautiful in our individual ways. You don't have to go that direction.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's the look that's selling.
Yes.
That's the look that's selling.
Pressure.
Yeah. Nami ngishoda nge-10,000. Ngike 10,000 nami ngithenge ngifake ni-frontal nami ngibhuki. Maybe that's why bangangibhuki.
Uzoyenza kaso engiyakwazi wena so
That's why bangangibhuki, because I'm
Masosha
10,000
amajamane,
frontal.
ushaye nyenye amakhala wa red.
I understand. Like kila marasteni ayikho lento leyo. Ayikho nje lento leyo
But
marasteni. You
this
can
is
be
a serious,
yourself, you know.
This is sorry, but this is like a serious issue and pressure because I'm comparing the two spaces of men DJing, and the pressures we have. Thina siyakwazi ukushaya iskipha sifase DJ asinankinga. Unless vele like vele so DJ somewhere. Mara we can rock up anyhow. So now Kubocheri, they have to face a lot. Melo be prepared for a set. mele ulungise ama-eyebrow, mele ulungise inywele, mele that's why bababhadala jo.
And ngibe late because bengifaka ilash.
Yabona into engishoyo. Ngizodije amalash la. It's packaging. I don't know about this, but I feel
Ukuthi
like
ningixolele phela if I came here and I played shit. Benizongixolela because ngiright.
yeah, you
No me wrong, right. As long as
But-
ufike umuhle.
beauty sells. Though.
Yeah, it
Like
does.
also, I come from that background of filming and whatnot, and I understand what you're talking about. I'm just worried about the kids. Like if someone has to come into the industry, especially umuntu wheelchair, yabo.
Yeah.
Like, what would you advise to a younger you of about DJ in 2025? Ungafodi next. Ungafodi ne USB, mara lento leyo uyayithanda.
Sure. It's tough. Ungafodi ne-USB.
Phela USB uma 250.
Yeah, makayicela.
Mara lezi ze 60 rand yazazi ziyajema.
Bathi cela uzophiwa.
Ucela kubani ngoba ababelieve ngalento yoku DJ ukuthi izoba a success.
You know what? I believe that if something is for you, if it's for you, it will never reject you.
Wena uzotshela umntana ona 13 ukuthi wena ke.
Makawenza imetsi. 13.
Ngale angithi iambition phela bayabuza ukuthi what you wanna do when you grow up? I want to be DJ.
You want to do math?
Uziludlala eradweni. So like
No, honestly, that's the advice I would give them. Like, just keep trying.
Yeah.
And the key to success,
Yeah.
I believe,
Yeah.
is what's that word? You always long. The key
Awungasho
to
ngesiZulu.
no. The key to success is wanting something, is desire,
desire.
and wanting it bad enough.
Okay.
If you really, really want it,
Persistent.
uzoyithola.
Okay.
And angazi ukuthi how God works. God works in mysterious ways. If
Yeah.
you really want something and if you want it bad enough, God will give it to you and God will provide. Do you know how badly I wanted to DJ?
Yeah.
And I wasn't in the space where DJs are at. But because I wanted it, God kept putting me in situations whereby I found myself like, what's name wamne?
Sneeman, bounties and that.
Like being snare from this guy, right?
So good DJ.
He was a DJ and he played dancehall. So every time I'd go there to go by, I'd chill a bit and he would play music and he gave me my first gig.
Sneeman uyenza business.
I couldn't play for shit.
But
I was
he knows
really shit,
business.
right?
I like that he smokes, he makes his woman replay, he entertains you.
Akunika ne playlist,
yeah,
akunika ne
kushaya,
music,
kushaya
I understand
kamnandi, yeah.
So my first gig was at, there was this restaurant in Melville, Lighthouse.
Okay.
I don't know if you know it. It later became Kiababa.
Yeah, they keep changing names.
They
I
keep
can't
changing names,
I can't
yeah.
keep up.
It was the Lighthouse,
Yeah.
and he was like, come through, come play. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know how to play. He was like, just try.
Nice.
Who is going to give somebody a chance? You know? And I got there. Yeah, I'll tell you that story another day.
Kwenzakaleni? Ngoba tisicele namhlanje uthi, what do you mean another day?
So I practiced, right?
Yeah.
And then I recorded. It wasn't record box at the time that I was using. And virtual DJ.
Yeah.
I was using virtual DJ and I played a Lovers Rock set and I pre-recorded it. So I was like, yeah. He's like, it's not bad, you know?
Yeah.
So on the day of me playing, I was now scared, right? I got cold feet. And he was like, just play your mix. Are you sure it's your mix? You know, he double
He
checked.
wanted to check,
Shout out Drew Holick. He was like,
keep Malika Sneeman.
yabona ngimlandanga nge-VIN number uyomthola phi uDruholic
Sakaselandani.
uyomthola phi uDruholic okay hamba uyothola uDruholic umfuna phi umqala phi yabo it's right it's safe so
Igama laka Sneeman. Yeah.
so he was like listen as long as you're sure that that's your mix play it and just pretend you're mixing so my first gig I wasn't playing I was pretending
You're imitating.
and shout out to DJ Tuli Tools because he was there. he could see what was happening, and he
He
pretended.
kept quiet.
He pretended he was playing after me, and he jammed. He played. Mara
Yeah.
yabona ne into engishayile ne.
Yeah.
Yabona ngithi ukuthi kuma dance hall. People ask you to pull up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So manje abantu bayeza pull up. They want me to start the song from
Yeah,
scratch.
yeah.
Ngiqala kanjani kuyi-mix. Ngishaya ngathi angibezwa.
You.
Ngishaya ngathi angibezwa. Ngapretenda all the way. Luckily, I'm a good actress, and yeah. And now, my journey from that point, Tuli Tools, the guy who witnessed this whole thing.
Yeah, the
was
guy
like,
who
yo,
get the sauce was like, hey.
Was like, yo,
Ngokubonile.
let me teach you. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And that was my almost first kind of like lessons that I got. Do you see what I mean about God putting you in the right
Also,
spaces?
I'm thinking about who will do that in today's time.
Do you understand?
They'll be like, yeah,
Uyangithola?
don't say, yo, let me help you
Yeah.
out. Let me teach you.
So he helped me out, Tuli Tools, and I got better. He borrowed me his old controller, and I got to play, and I got better at it. And the one time I played with sellotapes, I don't know if you know sellotapes.
I mean, I guess let's shop.
So I played at Sellotapes' gig. I don't remember what that gig was called.
Yeah.
And I played just before I opened for Clive Bean. You know Clive, right?
Clive, you put like.
Come on. I played, he was
yeah.
with Soul Candy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He came through, he saw me playing.
It's from my hood, that one.
I was no.
Yeah, it's from my hood, yeah.
I was still kind of like a bit wishy-washy, you know, behind the decks. And he was like, hey, I'm a lecturer at Soul Candy at Boston.
Yeah.
Come through. Yo, Clive Agnamali. Hey. He's like, you don't have to pay. Just come through. You obviously won't get the qualification, but you'll attend just like everybody else. You'll do tests and exams just like everybody else, and you'll qualify. You just won't have the paperwork. Also, who needs paperwork to be a DJ? And that's how I got to go study at Boston at Soul Candy. Do you see what I mean by God? If you want something bad enough, God will give it to you somewhere, somehow.
Manje wena so shoot a movie.
Yeah, I'm shooting my movie.
How to see my movie?
Yes.
So this is your new dream, like this is your new platform. This is your work now as an art director.
Yes.
How is that going?
It's going so well.
Yeah.
It's going really, really, really well. I've art directed. I mean, I don't really shoot films, although I have shot 2 films.
Nice.
But I art direct reality television.
Nice.
So shows like I did the first Netflix reality show, Young, Famous and African.
Yeah.
So I did season 1. I did last few episodes of the previous season 3. I did I got Durban, Real Housewives of Durban.
Yeah.
I did the Mummy Club. The latest one has just come out actually, the reunion. So I did Mummy Club 1, 2, and 3. So
you pushing.
I wouldn't even say I'm pushing. You
pushing. You're an inspiration, like to a lot of people, and I'm just happy that you're adventurous. You know, like I love your spirit so much. I think it's also aligned with your name.
Yeah.
That you don't like saying it.
I love saying it.
You used to love saying it. I think like your name brings so much sense in people's life. It's like a little light, you know, like you bring the glow into anything you touch. So I feel like through your journey, knowing you and being a follower of you and your music and whatnot, and there was a time where I didn't see you at all.
Yeah.
For a while. And then last time I saw you, we were at the film. We were watching Ben Made It.
Ben Made It, yes.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck?
Yes, she's alive.
Yo. So yeah, it's really great to see how diverse you are as an artist.
Yeah.
And also when I started seeing you online that you DJ and stuff like that, I was confused. I was like, hey, what's that? Yeah, but I'm happy that most of the stuff that we've been sharing now, they still align with who you are. You're still a decent, lovely human being. Aww. You're very fun. You've been fun before, even now. Now you're even in the space of television production, and you're still killing it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I want to ask you this, right?
Yeah.
What is that you want to achieve by the end of the year? I'm not going to say 5 years or whatever, but I'm saying Like, what's the vision look like to you just now, like by the end of the year? Like,
By the end of the year.
yeah.
Sure. You know, music and film is just a little drop in my ocean. There's even more.
Yo, yeah, jive.
Funny enough, ungathi ngiyajiva wena, you know.
Jive, no.
Lalela, you know, the thing is that
What?
when I finished high school,
Yeah.
that's honestly what I thought I was going to pursue.
Dancing.
I wanted to dance. I really, really wanted to dance. I thought I was going to end up somewhere at Rhodes,
Yeah.
studying dance and theater. And it didn't
So,
happen.
You are dancing now.
No, I'm not dancing.
It's a secret.
I'm not dancing. Yo, guys, please, ningangifisela ukuthi ngijive because if bengijiva bengeke nje. Bengizoniqaphela kube
You love it that much.
I love dancing so much. It's a pity that I'm not that great at it, but I do love dancing. But no, that's not my vision for the end of the year.
What is it?
I am a florist.
Oh.
I'm a florist. I've pursued a flower business.
Nice.
So, you know, within the reality space, there's a lot of events that we do. And I found myself making floral arrangements, big floral arrangements. And I really fell in love with it. And I'd always said that, you know, I'm gonna do flowers. And people did not believe me. Last year I did a course.
Wow.
And yeah, this year I've just been killing it with flowers. And I've started my business. And by the end of this year, not only do I want to be supplying flowers, but I want to bring meaning into floral arrangements. You know, I want to bring women together.
The narrative.
And men.
Yeah.
And men. And do workshops whereby I get you guys to understand flowers and understand healing aspects and healing elements of flowers. So basically something like giving yourself your flowers and not waiting for someone to give you flowers. So creating these beautiful floral arrangements, but in spaces that allow people to just step out of the busy hustle and bustle of like this hustle that we need to constantly, especially in Johannesburg, you constantly have to be hustling, you know. So something that kind of like, you know, that lets you step away from all of that and kind of like
Step away from the
smell
noise.
the flowers for a change, you know. Music does that, but I think there's so much healing in flowers as well. So I've been using music to heal, and now
You're using
I want to
flowers.
step into that. Yes. So by the end of the year,
Where does that come from? Like, why flowers?
why flowers?
Yeah.
I love flowers. I love receiving flowers.
Bebahlezi bakuthengela amablom.
Nami ngiyazithengela.
Oh.
Yeah, nami ngiyazithengela.
Uma bakuthengela amablom ufila kanjani?
I always feel like ngoba ngithengela amablomo.
Yeah, like let's say ngikuthengela amablom ngiyafika la ngithenga amablom.
It always feels
chocolate.
like how did you know? I always get that sense of how did you know, you know?
Yeah.
Even if you buy me flowers for the 10th time, even on the 10th time, I'm going to feel like, how did you know?
Wow, this is so...
How did you know?
This is shocking, though.
I really love flowers. They're so therapeutic. They're so therapeutic. And I don't think there's anything...
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe mangangnigi 10,000, I'd be happier. But I don't think there's something that makes me happier than receiving flowers and being appreciated.
Wow, like I lost plot on that because of experience. I used to buy flowers. But I felt like the woman I was with at the time didn't really appreciate them.
Maybe angathandi lawo.
No, like I bought like different. Like
Sativa?
I used to edit at night, right?
Yeah.
You know, at the garage they have these flowers, you know. So when I go home, I'll bring, and then and she's like, yeah, why are you bringing flowers? You're cheating. And I was like, hey,
Abantu
like,
abafani.
but that's what I'm saying. Like,
Can I give you a different example?
It's so shocking.
My daughter, I'm so sorry to do this to her. If she's watching this, please forgive me. Please forgive me. Umntanami banokungithengela ama flowers, right? Recently they bought her flowers, ne? Ayahlala lapha akafaki nasemanzini. I try out since anjalo. Like if I don't take those flowers and put them in a vase, flowers are so, and she was like, "Hey, bruh, it's fine here." She's 18.
Wow. But yeah, that's the reason why I'm talking about this on my experience is because my partner now I was working, I was editing. It's like editing.
Why
Because I fucking brought flowers.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
No, it's like, you know how I was so hurt. Like for me, I was like, fuck, I don't know what to do anymore. But you know when you buy chocolate, so I was coming home late. That was the issue, because I don't know when I'll finish fucking editing and rendering. You know how the industry, the film industry, like render and me, and then crash when that. I'm going back to the scenes in your cut. So I'm editing like a soapy, right? So the screw from 6. Editor. I'm the job on what I cut. So mele ngiphume da ngiexportile ngifake kuma folder wabe sikhana ngava. So obvious ngizochila da. Mama ngithi hayi amathi tatsidlule garage sithenga inyama nani. Mina ngibona ama flower da. Hey baby, this week vele ngifika late. Thenga ama-flower ne-chocolate.
I know what the problem was.
I know
what the problem was. So that's why I'm also a psychologist.
Oh, I'm psychologist again.
You know, there's this thing called love languages, right?
I
understand. Umuntu wakho uyamstudisha ufunde ukuthi yena I-love language yakhe yini, and then yena umthande ngendlela le yena athanda ukuthandwa ngayo, not wena the way wena ufuna ukuthanda ngayo.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
Noma sinle nomunye songathenga izinto wakwata.
Maybe angithi there's ama love languages, is gifting, it's quality time, it's touch.
Mara ifola ku gifting le.
Yeah, but some people don't. That's not their love language.
Fortunately, the girl I'm with now, she loves flowers.
And gifts, right?
Yeah.
That's her love language.
So I do get flowers.
Yeah. Thola ukuthi loyo yena I-love language yakhe that time was quality time.
Quality time.
Yeah. And then wena bomncintshani, bomncintshi quality time. Umyenzani?
Ngimncintshi mangifika la ngiferrari nya playstera. The problem is ungaccusile.
Okay. Mara ngikhulumile ngishilo into bengisho.
What when I was in Amablom?
Say what I said. I said what I said.
Yeah, but it's an interesting, just touching on that, like narrative of flowers. You know, it just reminded me of that experience.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I didn't think women still appreciate that. So I feel like the course of what you're doing now will also be educational.
Yeah.
Or be like a reminder.
Yeah.
Of like the value of.
Also for yourself.
Yeah.
If you want to be treated a certain way, you need to be able to treat yourself that way.
Oh yeah.
I can't expect you to do things for me yet I'm not able to do those things for myself. I need to set the example. If I'm buying myself flowers, who's a jumper now? Oh shit, she likes flowers. Unless if you
But yeah, I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is a beautiful interaction because it gets to be in a personal level. So that's the whole platform of the Dedjzcorner. We get to talk about selves, like our lives and whatnot, so we can reconnect more and more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're gonna chop it here, so we can be with the other gens. But I just like to appreciate your time in seeing you this close. I haven't seen you this close in a while. Right? Yeah. So I feel like everything's gonna start lighting up in my life.
Oh.
No,
for real.
Yeah, like you're so great.
So
and I like us to do some stuff. But we'll talk off camera. But we'll chat about film.
For sure.
Yeah, and to do some film work.
For sure.
Yeah, but it was really lovely having you.
So much fun.
Yeah, ngicela nami ngilethele amablom.
Okay.
Sengizoza kuwe mangifuna ukuchama icherry yami.
Yeah.
It's unplug more.
lalela lalela futhi asimnika wasegarage bengithi ngiyakujaja uma uthe garage ngathi hayi thingeke umuntu umntana
Bekusebusuku.
thingeke umunye umntana
Besidayi ebusuku siyothenga igawulo bengithi yazi kunale
thola
nyama
ukuthi
le.
umntana abantu bekafuna leyo nyama leyo wena umphathelani amaplomo
Hayi bekusebusuku. But yeah, that was it.
but you must heal from that ngathi sakuphethe kabi
Lento le, like it spoils you. Like the reason why I'm talking about it because, like for me, it was a good thing to do. It was one of like as a guy.
for you
Yeah, Mara, for me, obvious. It's like means in the grain.
for you
My appreciate umoshela nalo umunye. So
it's a conversation for another day
Okay, so shall I recap?
Yeah.
Love story.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna
Yes.
talk about that. But yeah, thank you very much for this.
oh blessed love king thank you
Yeah.
so much
Yo,
yeah
sengicabangana namaflower man. Okay, guys, see you in the next one, yo.
yeah
Ways.